Well, good morning. I'm between Crossville and Crab Orchard, and we're camping out. Over to my left is Black Mountain, and then Brady Mountain, and up in where the clouds are is the Cumberland Trail that goes all the way across that ridge. When I say I'm camping out, we definitely aren't on the ground or a hammock. We're in the RV. And to be honest with you, at my age, it's nice to sleep on a bed, air conditioning with a bathroom and a television. Spend a lot of time hiking. Probably get out about once every week or two, and in between we take the RV out. Wife used to be my hiking and camping buddy, and through a work-related injury, got worse over time. Her mobility's not so great, so bought the camper to get her out. That goes back to me starting to make videos. I don't know if I ever told this story. I retired and hadn't planned that great, and got bored and got all the chores done around the house, and figured, what am I going to do? Got on TV one night watching YouTube videos, and I thought, that looks like fun. Started doing those, and reason for that is so my wife could watch the videos and still share in some of the trips we used to do, Big South Fork, Fall Creek Falls, places like that. Someone said, well, why don't you ever show your face? And I said, well, the reason I make these things are for my wife, my family, grandkids, and some of the young guys I used to mentor at work, and they know what I look like. So it's always been about the adventure and the trip, and not necessarily about me. Those of you that don't know, I'm 6'4", long blonde hair and blue-eyed, so that's all you need to know. Just heard a few cicadas, by the way. I'm always flattered when somebody watches videos, but didn't really tree frog. I don't really get too concerned about numbers. You see so many people making videos, and man, they get into it and think they're going to be a next big thing, and they get disappointed and drop out. Do it for the right reason, and you don't have to worry about all that other stuff. The thing I've noticed about our third year of going out in the RV is that a lot of good RV parks have little trails. A lot of them have scenery nearby, Fall Creek Falls. Our favorite in our hometown, Monterey, Bell Ridge, has just got amazing views and swimming pools and stores, and pretty nice. My wife Lynn and I, we have camped out in some rough places. Cowboy camping, sleeping on the ground. And the older you get, that stuff doesn't seem to be as appealing, especially got old injuries from sports. And talked about the last trip she and I went on. down at Honey Creek, Big South Fork. She got sick and my shoulder started acting up, and now when we camp, like I said, it's air conditioned, uh, television, small shower. Ain't bad for old people. Seemed like right after COVID, everybody was involved in these RV parks were just crammed full, and it slowly died down to back to normal. I'll say that. But these parks are really neat. Again, I've got little ponds to fish in. This place has a little playground area, a little small pool we'll probably jump in tomorrow. We're up on top. I always pick this place because of Black Mountain up there on top of the hill, and then I mentioned barely can see the water tank up on Black Mountain. Then way around that other hill is Brady. Cumberland Trail goes over the hill down to head of Sequatchie. Hoping they get the thing built in my lifetime, but it doesn't look like it. It's really weird. There's a big egret standing in the field. I guess it's been over to this pond over here. One thing I taught my managers that I used to be over is to learn how to plan. I'd have them do a 1-year plan, a 3, a 5, and then anything over 5 was long term. In the industry, that's a lifetime, but kind of carried that over into my personal life after I retired. Knew we weren't going to be able to camp and do the things we did, especially with my wife's back, so RV is just sort of a long-term plan. I said I hike 2 or 3 times a month, but that's not going to last forever. I already got ankles and hips and knees telling me that it's going to catch up with me, so got to have another plan for that. I don't know, bicycling or 4-wheeling, what. I'll still get out, just got to determine what the plans are going to be in the next year or two. Basically, the trail just sort of goes around the perimeter of the property. Still nice to be able to get out with the wife and to be able to do what I like to do, is that's a little hiking. She's back in the air conditioning watching TV. This is a nice little trail. Oh, this is the Crossville KOA, by the way. We come up here about once a year. A couple months ago, I went to Cookeville and was literally attacked by cicadas. Now here we are at the end of July, and I've heard my first cicada up here. Not many, but first one I've heard. One of the things I thoroughly enjoy is getting off trail. A lot of places have some touristy type stuff, but the real treasures are usually getting off trail and bushwhacking around and finding stuff the normal person was ever going to see or find. And again, I don't know how long that's going to keep going. I do notice tend to take a few days to recover, more so than it used to, but we'll see how long it goes. The transition will be probably going on shorter hikes and then eventually just cycling or riding the UTV. That's one of the things I kind of kept in my back pocket is the UTV part. Man, we got some good places up here. Windrock, places up at Catoosa. Got just lots of great places to hang out, ride your four-wheeler. Well, I'm going to turn around. I see a deer stand and not even sure. I hope I'm still on the right property. I guess if not, they'll tell me to leave. On the way up, we were talking about how our camping has transitioned from when we were kids. Her parents, my parents, both had army tents, and we'd go down to the lake, Dale Holland, once a summer, spend all week sleeping on a army cot in a army tent, and thought it was great. We just loved it. Had a old metal cooler we kept ice and our food in, and swam every day. And then as we got older, started backpacking and cowboy camping and staying up under rock houses and sleeping and kind of having a big time. And now we made the ultimate transition to a trailer. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it's really nice. Wake up in the morning, nothing's hurting. Got to get up and go to the bathroom during the night. You don't have to crawl out of your sleeping bag and get into the woods somewhere. So that's what life is. It's just a transition from one period to the other. We made this transition. That'll be our last one. Get to the point where we can't do this, I guess we'll be in an old folks home somewhere. And I'll keep bushwhacking and hiking and hanging around these wild places as long as the body holds up. And here's the whole key, guys. Last little bit, I've had the attitude of every time I go out on a hike, I think of it as, what if this is my last one? And I thoroughly enjoy every minute of it. I guess that's some of the wisdom of getting older as well. Always approach things like, well, if this is the last time I ever do this, you'll enjoy it a whole lot more. Alright guys, I'm going to go inside and sit in the air conditioning. This is a different kind of a video. I've never done one of these on the YouTube before, so that shows what we do, my wife and I, when I'm not hiking. Talk to you later. Hey, Jim Hayes, right over there, right there, that's Black Mountain. Grandfather Mountain's about 300 or 400 miles out of the way.